Thanks, Sarah. Hey, everyone. If you want to ask a question, just please put your hand up and I will throw to you in the chat. We've got Lockie here. We'll get underway before he starts training. Lockie, in lieu of the media asking some questions, perhaps just a general comment on the team, if everyone's fit and available, and how they're looking forward to this match against England.
Yeah, and our team's come together nicely here in Brisbane, and everyone's fit and firing well. Good to see Daryl get out there again for us with his hand, so that's pulled up well too. So the team's doing well.
And just on yourself, I believe you haven't played at the Gabba before. How are you looking forward to that opportunity?
G'day, Tim. How you going, mate? All good. Sorry, guys. First time for me here playing at the Gabba. Hopefully we get a good run out there tomorrow. I had a bit of a peak for the warm-up game against India, but unfortunately that was rained off too. But it looks like a nice wicket. Certainly we'll be keeping a close eye on how the games go there today. And then, looking forward to taking out England tomorrow. It'll be a great challenge.
Hey, Willie, Alex Chapman here at Newsub, mate. Hope all is well. Just on Brisbane, a fair amount of experience over there. Have you been chatting with him much about it?
Sorry, mate, you just cut out when you started that question.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Obviously, just going back to what you're saying there about Brisbane, have you been chatting with Jurgo much about it with all of his experience there?
Oh yeah, Jurgo's absolutely flying here in Queensland. He loves it coming back here, but certainly he's got plenty to offer all around Australia, and having a lot of knowledge, having played here, has been super helpful. But it's been interesting going around Aussie. I haven't played as many grounds here, and they do change quite a lot, but certainly the Gabba, being a true wicket and bigger boundaries, sort of has its strengths and weaknesses, of course, too. But yeah, Jurgo's been great.
Obviously, Tim and Trent have been fantastic so far in this World Cup. How are you finding it as, I suppose, a pace trio at the moment? And what have you noticed that's working so well for them?
Yeah, Tim and Trent have had a blinder this first two games, and when the ball's swinging, there's not much better in the world. Certainly from my point of view, and nice to follow them as well. But yeah, I think the way the boys have kept the plans very simple for us, and stuck to what they've done extremely well for a long period of time. It's exciting to see them have some success early in the comp, but clearly there's a long way to go for us, and we need to make sure we take it game by game, and England's going to have a lot of firepower that we need to combat in this next game. So I'm sure the boys will be up for the next challenge.
What are you expecting from England?
What you always expect from England. They come out very hot. They pride themselves probably on that aggressive nature and bat very deep. So certainly we need to come out with our own brand of aggressive play, and it's not to say that it's anything different to what we have done, and we have a different way about going about that. But certainly the way Tim and Trent have started us off has put a great foot forward in our first two games. So I think from that point of view, nothing needs to change too much, and we just need to adjust to the conditions on the day. In Sydney, it was a bit of a different wicket probably to what it will be here in the Gabba, but we haven't played on it yet, so we'll just have to keep an eye on the game before us, and sort of cross that bridge when we get there.
And just finally, mate, as is always the question with you, how was the body?
Yeah, body's good. Happy to get through the first two games, and obviously very stoked to be here, and having missed out on the World Cup last year. Just the night before, it's very pleasing to be over here and playing for our country in the World Cup. I absolutely love it. I had my family over for the Sydney games, which was epic too, so it made it that much more special. And of course, being an Aussie, the Kiwis are just across the ditch, and a lot of Kiwis coming and saying good day to us around the city and the streets. So it's been awesome to have all that support.
Easy. Thanks, mate.
All good. Cheers.
Next.
Hey, Lockie. The two games you've managed to get on the park for, obviously two big wins. One game you've put 200 on the board, and the other you've sort of fought back from a sticky start. Does the fact you've been able to win in two different styles, in a sense, give the team a lot of confidence? Because obviously each ground in this tournament does seem to be throwing up different challenges.
Yeah, for sure. You're exactly right. Each ground has its own challenges. The wickets are playing differently, but it's been probably one of the more exciting World Cups certainly I've viewed because of that reason. I think the competition between bat and ball has been fantastic throughout the whole comp, and there's been some tight tussles, and the way we played in Sydney was great. Two different styles, as you said, on probably two different wickets. But just quickly on Glenn, that's one of the best hundreds I've ever seen on a wicket that was very challenging, and you even saw towards the end he was clearly well into his innings, and the ball was doing all sorts off that pitch. So one of the great innings, and I couldn't be happier for him. But certainly to get us out of the hole we were in with some fantastic bowling from Sri Lanka and some early wickets, he did really well.
Has there been any more feedback to Glenn about his running start at the non-striker's end, where he was taking that sprinter's position? Do you think it's something we might see again?
He's an entertainer, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that, and I think with Glenn, you're never sure what you're going to quite get. I don't even think he knows. Sometimes the ideas just come to him at the time, which is great. I think it's awesome for world cricket. Obviously I love it, and I think there should be more of it, but I don't think Glenn needs a head start when it comes to running. That guy is absolutely rapid, so perhaps the other batters can look at options, but I'm just playing, of course, but Glenn's rapid. He doesn't need to do anything special.
You touched on it in the previous answer, just about sort of the style of cricket we're seeing in this tournament. Does it feel like a different brand of T20? I know you guys did put 200 on the board in the first game, but broadly speaking, in the games you might have seen on TV, does it feel like a slightly different version of T20?
I don't know. I've played around the world, and there's obviously conditions count for so much, and the boundary sizes do, of course, too. So it's probably hard to say. I think T20 in Australia, you get different wickets, and they've had a lot of rain here, so that does have some effect on the preparation of wickets. But yeah, I think across all games, there's so much pressure on each game, and of course, you're only playing each team once, and each game's worth 2 points. So there's as much pressure on any team that you play, and it's been fantastic to see the competition and some potential upsets throughout the comp. But yeah, from our point of view, we have to keep continuing to stick to our plans. Plan A, it sounds silly sometimes, but the fundamentals are what get you through, and trust in our teammates that they're going to get through the hard times and swing momentum as much as we can in our favour, and then run with it as long as we can. But very pleasing start for us, but a long way to go, and certainly tomorrow is going to be a big challenge.
Cheers, Lockie.
Cheers.
And just quickly, I think we've got someone from TVNZ on the line as well. Maybe Guy Havel.
Correct. Hey, Lockie. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. You spoke about the firepower at the top of the order for the England batters. How much... I know you face firepower all the time in T20 cricket, but how much do you have to have your variations on song against a side that has so much firepower at the top of the order?
Yeah, look, I think you're spot on, but the nature of T20 cricket now is that every team's sort of got that same firepower at the top, and who can really take it on during the power play. So England's absolutely no different. They've probably been a leader in that front for a long period of time, and they sort of back a long, deep batting lineup with power throughout. But yeah, look, we have to come back to what we do well. That we don't need to change anything in that sense. We've played T20 as a group for a long period of time, and there's some calm heads in our team and some good plans that have worked over periods of time. So our brand of cricket might not look as aggressive as them, but we need to stick to what we've done well for a period of time, and make sure we throw our own punches in our own way. But yeah, as England is every time a huge challenge for us, so we're really looking forward to it.
And just one more from me. If you win, you claim top spot if you haven't already. Do you guys care about that at all? I mean, you've probably got a tough opponent no matter who you face in the semi-finals, I suppose.
Exactly. It's very much one game at a time. So tomorrow is a big focus for us, and then after that we'll cross the next bridge when it comes. But certainly it's been fantastic to see the level of T20 cricket over here, and seeing some friends playing for Netherlands and doing well, and as I say, the affiliate teams playing some fantastic cricket too. So every team, 2 points, doesn't matter. The same pressures are on, and I think that's what's so great about the World Cup, is that you just get these one-off games at conditions and grounds that you're probably not used to playing that other team at. So it's certainly fantastic to be here and be a part of it.
Good man. Nice to see you.
Cheers, guys.
All right, thanks everyone. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks, Lockie, for your time.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, Locke. Cheers, Willie.